Welcome in. This is The Herd. What's that Colin always says? Wherever you may be and however you may be making this part of your day, thanks so much for listening to the show. Thanks so much for making this part of your day. I'm Doug Gottlieb, filling in for Colin. The Herd, of course, Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports Radio, iHeartRadio app, alongside the enjoyable, lovely, talented Joy Taylor. I'm Doug Gottlieb. Joy, one of the best things about you is you have a lot of great redeeming qualities. Of course, you have your own podcast. Call Me Crazy, right?
Maybe I'm crazy.
Maybe I'm crazy. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm crazy. Is that one, you grew up in a sports family, you know sports, but also you lived, right? You've actually lived a life, like a true life outside of the confines of this studio.
Yes.
And so I think you can relate to this. And if you can't, feel free to tell me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Which is in relationships, even good ones, but oftentimes toxic ones, you'll have a fight, an argument. Sometimes it's in text, sometimes it's in person, sometimes it's on the phone. And you will say something that you just can't take back. You know? You just can't take it back. And I did offer up before that I'm the type of person that I try not to carry grudges. I try to bury hatchets. I really do. But there are some ways in which you can tweak me and say some things to me where I will, it's always going to be part of any conversation we have. I'm not getting over it. You know? Hey, that's why that's why this happened to you. That's why you didn't make the NBA. I know I didn't make the NBA. I didn't need you to tell me that I couldn't shoot. Right? I didn't need that. Thank you very much. And I watched the Lakers last night, and there was joy when they won. And they were down 18, and they came back, and how about they made 22 threes in a very anti-Laker way, considering this roster. Look, I was somebody that sat in this very same seat and said, I actually think the Lakers are pretty good when they're healthy. They just haven't been healthy. And they made some moves in the offseason which didn't quite fit with what they really needed. And if they could fix those, there could be even better performance. Now, maybe it's too late. Maybe a 7 seed is the best that they can hope for. It does look like the Clippers have packed it in with the moves that they have made in this past week and said, we can make the playoffs, but we don't really want to. We're preparing for next year, hopefully, with Kawhi Leonard and some other free agent or other. But I always thought, look, if you add a veteran shooter, they did Reggie Bullock. They added a stretch 5 and Mike Muscala, and they still have an open spot on that roster. And while some people think it's Carmelo Anthony, I think maybe it's a Wayne Ellington. You know, you add veteran shooters and guys that can play to come in and play with LeBron, and that has shown itself to work. But I also wonder if it's like a what now, right? And so here's where it relates to our lives as human beings. You ever had a really, really nasty fight with some verbal sparring with somebody, and you say mean things that you can't take back? But then you look on your calendar like, oh, we got to go to that gala for charity in 2 nights. All right, well, look, it's for charity. I get to wear my tux. I look good in the tux. You get to wear your heels. You get to wear your red bottoms. You look and feel good. You can put on your jewelry. You can put on your best dress. And we go out and we have a couple of cocktails and we have a great meal and we see great friends and they play our song and we dance. And for that one night, we're back, right? We're back. And I remember why I loved you and you remember why you loved me. And we remember why this whole thing got started. But then you wake up the next morning and and I look over at you, you look over at me, and you realize the mean things that you said 3 days before. Remember those? Kind of what it feels like with the Lakers today. Yeah, they're down 18. Yes, they beat the Boston Celtics in Boston Garden with the Patriots watching, right? Like Bill Belichick sitting over there, and all the other Patriots, and Smitty and Murph, and all those Patriot fans that got into a brawl fighting against each other, that went that viral video, right? All those idiots are all there watching and making chants and beat LA. This after the Patriots beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. This after the Red Sox beat the Dodgers in the World Series. And the Celtics strut out there. the Celtics won a championship. Like, that is awesome. And we got LeBron James. We got Lakers across our chest. We're feeling good. And then you wake up today, and you're a little bit hungover. And you're like, wait a second, hold on. LeBron James, somebody said he wanted Luke Walton fired. We did just get beat by 42 points 3 nights before. He wanted Ingram gone and Kuzma gone and Rondo gone and draft picks gone and everybody gone because there was somebody else that he wants more. He even joked about it with the All-Star game selections. I just wonder, like, can you get over it? For one night, you can always get over it. But can you get over it?
It was a nice thing. It was a nice thing that Rondo hit that shot. It's what the Lakers needed. It was a big, like, sigh. I actually felt good for them. Like, this has been, I'm sure, a very rough week, or 2 weeks, actually, for most of the members of that team, certainly for Luke Walton. I'm sure it's been very stressful in the front office, and even for LeBron, despite the fact that we all believe that this is his puppeteering at the end of the day. But yeah, I don't know what you do with the rest of the season, because all those guys that kept getting their names thrown out there as disposable pieces, and look, like, it's part of the business. Everyone knows who's not LeBron James. I might get traded. Like, these are things you don't actively